If that doesn't make you smile, I don't know what will.
It scares me still, just a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm still trying to get to. I'm still trying to get to where I can say "flame on" and the book comes flying over through the corner.
You haven't got it right
I miss
yet.
it every time.
Every time.
Nope, I miss it every time.
Yeah.
I think we're live, by the way.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. Whatever.
Yeah, he doesn't care, guys. Sorry.
I'm drinking coffee, man. Do your thing.
Bourbon in it this time?
Nah, straight. Just coffee and cream.
I don't do straight very well. Welcome to NonSequitur.
Clearly.
Yeah, clearly. Welcome to NonSequitur. I'm Kyle Curtis. That asshole over there is Steve McRae. I totally did my head the wrong direction. That asshole over that way.
I'm over here,
McRae. Yeah. Welcome to Debate Roulette, where you get to come in and I want to say make your case, but you've been doing that for the past 4 times that we've done Debate Roulette. And I know a lot of you made comments on the R and Raw video where you finally got my dumpster fire, or Kyle, you finally got your dumpster fire. That's not the dumpster fire I'm looking for. I'm looking for a dumpster fire here on this show. Here. And I haven't gotten it yet. So maybe tonight is my night. Let's find out. But before we do, let's switch up and go and see what we've got coming up for the next couple of days. Tomorrow, got a really cool thing to show you guys. Tomorrow is Flatline, the Flatline Rodeo. And this is going to be kind of what we're doing tonight, except for it's centered around Flat Earth. Now, the way this is going to work tomorrow, audience-wise, you're going to come watch like you normally do. And on the bottom of your screen, there's going to be a QR code. You can vote that way, or you can click the link that will be in the description, and that will take you to your voting page. Now, if you are out there and you are a flat earther and you want to be a part of this, you will go to our Discord. Link is in the description, and then find the channel that says Flatline Rodeo. Leave your contact information. We have a bunch of people already, so we're close to filling up, but you still have time to get in if you want to be a part of that. Now, the winner of the Flatline Rodeo will go on to our tournament that we're having in July. We got something special for you guys that win, and the winner will be the person that lasts the longest. Now, how are we going to choose how long they stay? Well, we're not. You are, the audience. And the way you're going to do that is by that QR code or by going to that link. And on your screen, we'll go ahead and pull this up for you guys. There will, at the bottom of the page, there will be this flat Earth map in green. Now, as the audience votes and the votes pile up, that meter will slowly creep across the flat Earth map. As you start to see what the Earth really looks like, a globe, that means they're closer to getting eliminated. And as soon as you get to the point where it turns into what the Earth actually is, boom, they are eliminated. So great job to David McGinnis for making that meter look fantastic. It's really cool. So we're going to go from the flat Earth map to the globe Earth. And once that happens, you're out. We'll record your time, and then we'll post it at the end of the show, whoever lasts the longest. We'll move on to the big debate that we're having in July. So if you think you've got a good argument, join Steve, me, the Davids, and Red's Rhetoric tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern for Flatline Rodeo. Okay. After Sunday comes what? Monday. Yes, Monday. We have an awesome debate plan for you guys. This is going to be a flat Earth debate versus a geocentric model debate. One guy believes that the Earth is flat like a disc. One guy believes the Earth is round, but yet we are the center of the universe, and the sun and all the planets and everything in space revolves around us. And this is he's kind of a big name in the geocentric realm. Steve, did you ever think that you would ever say that in your life, the geocentric realm?
Not even remotely. No, not even my worst dreams. And I've had bad ones.
We have Dr. Sungenis versus Antonio Subaritz. That's Monday at 8 p.m. On Tuesday, kind of like the discussion that we had with Dr. Gart and Walter White. But this is going to be centering on artificial intelligence. What are the dangers? Are there dangers? Worst case scenarios, that kind of thing. And the guy that we have coming to talk to us about this is actually someone that worked on the IBM Watson robot, the one that played Jeopardy. It was Jeopardy, right? I think it was Jeopardy.
Yeah, the mainframe and Watson. Yeah. Was it Watson or Deep Blue? It was Watson.
I think it was Watson.
Yeah, it was Watson.
But he'll be there. He'll be here to talk with us about that. And let's stop it right there for a second, Dave. Well, you can go ahead and bring that up. Steve, you want to talk about what the math thing that we have on that day also on Tuesday?
Yeah, I have a doctor of math coming in to kind of be talking about how different changes in words can change the entire scope of a project or something along the lines of how things are interpreted by mathematicians as opposed to engineers and other people that have math experience but are not too formally trained in mathematics. So she's going to come in and kind of give us an idea of how she kind of trains people to learn math from more of a general point of view.
And what time is that?
That is, what time is it? 11 o'clock p.m. Pacific time?
Cool.
I believe. Let me
okay, so that'll be 2 Eastern. It'll be 2 Eastern. And then Wednesday, I don't have a slide for it yet, but Wednesday we have Godless Engineer versus Friend Did Forever on anti-theism. Is it reasonable to hold the since you're an atheist? And then on Thursday, big debate between King Crocoduck. He is back, and he will be taking on Rick Delano, who is also a geocentric and the producer of the controversial film The Principal. So if any of you remembered his profound premiere on our show last week, you don't want to miss this, because King Crocoduck is also somebody that holds no punches. So join us for that Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. All the time that you have seen tonight are Eastern, so remember that. You can also check online at nonsecshow.com, nonseqshow.com/schedule, and all the times are posted there as well. Awesome. So let's do the damn thing. Let's play some debate roulette. Let's bring up that big, beautiful wheel. We've got all kind of cool topics tonight. A couple of them are just fantastic. I hope we land on them. And let's get this. Sure. Steve, you know how I can tell I've been doing graphic design, or I've been making too many graphics here lately?
How do you know?
I was fixing my hair a little bit ago, and I had it just like I wanted to, and I went to move, and the blow dryer hit the corner of my hair, and I instantly went to go push the undo button. When you're doing graphics, you hit the undo button.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. Actually, I could actually see that happening. By the way, you might want to tell people where to get the link, because the link is not going to be in the video description. The link is going to be in the Discord.
That's true.
So let them know where in the Discord. We'll get you going, man. That's okay. My coffee is kicking in, baby. Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Okay, so we made the mistake last time of putting the voting form in the description, and we had too many people who weren't a part of Discord, and you have to be a part of Discord in order for us to give you the link to get in here and everything runs smoothly. So you have to join our Discord. The link is down in the description to join the Discord, and you will see on the left-hand side, in between two big bright CDs, vote here. You go there, the voting form will be there, and you'll do your voting there. And that way, it'll make the show run a lot smoother. Also, the way we're going to do this is we're going to spin the topic wheel twice to get a initial topic and then a backup topic in case nobody votes for one side on that. Now, when we spin the names, we're going to spin the names once, and the person to the right of the name that is selected will be the backup person for the person who is chosen. That way, if somebody drops out or decides they don't want to do it, we have a backup ready to go, and we don't have to keep going back and forth like we did last time. So that'll make things run a lot smoother. Also, we're going to try to get in 3 or 4 today. We're shortening the statement rounds, so it'll be 1 3-minute round, 1 5-minute round, and then we're going to go into the open discussion for 15, because that seems to be a better flow and back and forth. It's just a better way to do that. So let's give us a spin and see what we've got. Is reincarnation possible? Okay, awesome. Let's spin the wheel one more time and get a backup. Should any vaccines be required for children? Okay, so first up, we have reincarnation. You now have 3 minutes to vote. There's plenty of time to go to the Discord if you're not already a member. Get your voting form there, and then you can vote on it that way. Cool.
Both of them are really good topics, so
yeah. I wonder. I'm really angry, like pissed off. I'm irritated because we've been, if any of you guys don't know, we've been eligible to get monetized by YouTube for several months now, since March, and they're backlogged. They said that first of all they would have everybody done by the end of April. April came along, then they moved it back to June. Now almost the end of June's here, and we're nowhere close. We're not even anywhere close to getting that. So last night I get an email from Teespring, and for those of you who don't know, we are putting together a bunch of shirts based on some of the graphics that we've done, like an Aaron Raw body count shirt, just all kind of cool things. And now YouTube has integrated with Teespring, where you can, underneath the video that you're watching right now, straight underneath it, there will be a bar. They call it a merchandise shelf. And you can display the different things that you're selling on Teespring right up underneath the video, so people can just click it and go there. And they have a list of requirements that you have to have in order to do this, and we hit all of them except for being partnered with YouTube. So if there's anybody out there from YouTube watching this, I was going to say fuck you, but I probably shouldn't do that if we want to get monetized. Please help us get our thing through, please. It's not about the money, but we want to do the cool shit like that.
It's just kind of odd that the requirement they had was they changed the thing. It used to be anytime anybody had over 1,000 subs could apply for monetization. You got it pretty quickly, about 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks. Then they changed that. They changed it to 4,000 subs, and I think it was 12,000 watch hours, right?
4,000.
We had that within 4,000 subs and
1,000 subs, 4,000 watch hours.
Subs, 4,000 hours. That's what it was. So 1,000 subs, 4,000 hours. We had that within the first, I don't know how many weeks we were even live. So we've had that for quite some time. Last time I checked was 935,000 something.
Almost 1 million.
Yeah, so almost 1 million. We'll make that pretty soon. So we have almost 1 million watch hours.
That's views. I'm sorry, that's views. In terms of watch minutes, we're at 28.
That's views. Yeah, that's views. 28 million. Yeah, that's watch minutes.
28 million. 28 million. We're
watch minutes.
Yeah. You know how many years that is? I did the math today. That's 59 years of watching us. We have spent. That's almost twice the amount of time that I've been alive. That's crazy.
And we still don't meet their threshold because what they said was they're going to be. Well, we meet it, but we don't meet their. Okay, what they did was they said now we're going to go by, instead of the order by which you applied, we're going to go by who has the more subs, and so we have all that now, and they we're still on the bottom on the list. What's that? What's that, Dave?
Okay, so all knows we're going with vaccines. Should children be required to get vaccines? All right.
Really? The reincarnation was all no's? I'm disappointed. Yeah. Not one person thought that we could be reincarnated. Wow. No. We need more. We need more Hindus watching.
We have a smart audience.
Are you saying Hindus aren't smart? Okay, we just alienated all of India. They have 1 billion people.
In terms of that particular issue, yes, I'm saying they're not smart if they believe that reincarnation is possible. Absolutely.
But do you think one person would like does one argue for it? I mean, I don't believe in it either, but still,
I don't know how you would argue it for it. There's no, you can't state any kind of proof that it's possible. I mean, you get creamed.
You could argue. My past life, I was a cricket. I don't know.
If you come on this show and you try to argue that your past life was a cricket, I will not be able to hold back my laughter. I won't.
It would be a huge dumpster fire.
I think
Dave, we need to
this right
reset
here
the
has the
timer.
potential to be a dumpster fire because this is the vaccine thing.
Dude.
And if you know that everybody who's against vaccines, they're
yeah, this could be a huge dumpster fire. But again, we have a pretty smart audience, and so I'm not sure who's going to be voting that we shouldn't get vaccines.
What's funny and what is absolutely just non sequitur's way of doing things is we put these these fail safes in place to try to keep from having to go back and doing shit again, and now we're going to have to do the shit again.
That's non-sec.
Somebody vote no, please. Just wing it. That's all I got to say. But yeah,
yeah. Do you really want somebody to come on here and wing trying to advocate the position of not having your children vaccinated? That's not going to fly very well for some people. I don't think.
Somebody that doesn't have kids, they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah, nobody's going to care.
Kids.
We won't.
Nah.
We're not going to keep this video up. We're going to delete this afterwards. Say what you want.
Yeah. I still can't get over how I tried, by the way, everybody. When we did the genetic engineering debate yesterday, and I told everybody at the start that I wasn't going to be able to follow along with what they were talking about. I wasn't talking about me not being able to follow along because the material was too difficult. I couldn't follow along because I kept staring at Walter.
Dreamy boy. Oh, he's so fab. Yeah, I mean, you should hear Kyle afterwards. He's so fabulous. Oh my God, I'm drooling. And yeah, it was.
Oh, did I really?
It was the accent, I think. A little bit. You drew a little bit. Just a little dribble. It's okay, man. We all do that. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying.
He was dreamy.
Yeah. I think it was the accent. It was the accent, I think.
Accent's kind of like man.
It's like a younger
Not for me,
Arnold Schwarzenegger talking. I wanted to be like, will you please say I'll be back?
Us from Austria, isn't he?
They still sound the same. Austria, Germany, what's the difference? That was a joke.
Yeah.
Although I must say I got kind of scared when Cy was going back to talking about he made an example where he was like, it wasn't very long ago when in 1945 when the world was at war, and I was like, oh no, please don't make a Nazi reference because
I noticed that.
There's obviously
don't go there.
Oh no, I get very uncomfortable sometimes on here.
Yeah, from whenever the Austrians didn't do too well in the wars either. I mean, even though they're down here from Germany, but I think they kind of have it. Yeah.
I got kind of nervous there, but thankfully it was deflected very quickly.
Okay, what do we got?
Do we have any no's? Okay, finally.
So that person's going to debate themselves. They win. Okay, great. This is going wonderful.
We only had one vote, period?
What could go wrong? Yeah.
Or one vote no?
One vote, period, I think, from what I'm looking at.
No.
Just one vote, yeah. Just verified.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
maybe,
man.
You know why? That is a hard topic. And for even people that want to advocate for the position that the normal one that, have your kids vaccinated because, we want to make sure that your kids live. Yeah, it's you have to know a little bit about the topic probably. So I can see why that may not be something people just want to jump into.
Well, bring that wheel back up. I swear.
Have your kids vaccinated, okay?
That sounds. You know what that sounds like, right, Steve?
Yeah. Something dirty.
I can't read that.
Can atheists hold objects, philosophies, places, and/or concepts sacred?
Okay, and a backup.
Should abortion be legal? Oh, there you go.
Oh, let's make that one the first one. Let's switch those.
All right, let's go do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
So
we're going to vote on is abortion or should abortion be legal? Yes or no? And then the backup will be can atheists hold things sacred? So we're going with abortion first.
All right, so jump into that Discord and vote. Vote do you want to be pro, vote do you want to be con, and then we'll match you up.
All right. Hopefully we will get somebody this time. So
yeah, that's one topic that might take a while. What's that?
How do you think Monday's going to go with Superettes and Sungenis?
You know, it's funny. I'm going to hate saying this because it's going to come back and haunt me. It's one of those things that you just don't see on the internet. But I'm actually going to be voting for the Flurfer, I think.
Really?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I kind of do. Because one thing, I've seen Superettes get better in his argumentation.
Is it because it's you think that model's better, or is it because you like Antonio Superettes?
Well, there's no such thing as better. They're both shit models.
You know what I mean? Like, is it that you're pulling for Antonio, and that's okay.
I have to think about that. I've watched Antonio get better at this, and even though he's still dumb, he's like a cute little puppy. You know, sometimes you just kind of look, oh, you're so cute. He's doing better, right? I mean, he's still horribly bad at these arguments, but you know, when this whole geocentric stuff, and these are just like two guys who are just, you know, for the longest time promoting this narrative that even flat earthers don't have. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens when you pit two people up that have so out there beliefs and see what happens when they try to argue to each other their own personal viewpoints on these things. So yeah, I'm going to be going for Antonio a little bit. So
things I think can be you don't have to be all sciencey to prove that the Earth is not flat, because if it was flat, a cat would have pushed everything off the edge by now.
All right, we only have one no, cool. So that person gets. I think that person might get the in, but we have 4 yeses and 1 no. So let's get those up. Yeah, I know later on they're gonna be like, "Oh, look at Steve. Steve's pro Antonio Superettes is 1 step away from becoming a flurfer." There you go.
What'll happen is Russian vids will
exactly
will cut that out and make it together. Yeah.
This video is definitely coming down.
Did you see his video that took what I was wearing one night with, like, I was wearing a V-neck with 2 like eagles right here.
Yeah, I saw it.
And apparently it's the same type of eagles that somebody in the Illuminati wears. And so he did this long, elaborate video about that. He showed a video where on this one of our layouts, the Freemason symbol was right above my head.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I put there because I make the layouts. So if I was trying to, okay, now voting's over. And then there was one where, because my clock back here never changes time. That's a sign that it's Illuminati. But what I'm going to do tonight when we get done is I'm going to take this clock down. I'm going to wind it to 33 minutes after the hour and put it back up there just for him, just for you Russian vids.
Somebody points out you have a V-neck. That's clearly the upside down version of the compass and the square ruler and stuff like that.
This is actually a collared shirt. It's not a V-neck.
Well, it's plunging neck. Got a little plunging neckline though. Either way, you're Illuminati.
It's a button up. I can button it. What's a plunging neck? Steve,
a plunging neckline. A plunging neckline. Actually, a plunging neckline would be more that comes down to here and then comes down, and then it comes down halfway to the navel usually.
I think you're making shit up now.
Well, that's what they are.
Okay, pro wheel. I believe you, Steve. All right,
pro wheel.
When we spin this, the persons who is selected obviously will come in first, and then the person to their right will be the backup.
This will be good.
Oh,
that,
okay, cool.
I'm okay with that.
Spin for the pro.
Now they want to see my plunging V neckline. Okay, fine. I don't care. Here you go, guys. Here you go. This is for ratings. There you go. Enjoy. That's all you get.
We just skyrocketed.
Yeah, we just lost all 10,000 subs, which, by the way, we do thank you for immensely that we have 10,000 subs within 6 months.
Yep. Thank you very much. Okay. What's Vanna White?
All right, we're getting the wheel link right now. Coming up.
I always do that too. Vanna White does not do the wheel.
yeah, it's Pat Sajak that spins. Vanna turns the letters.
Come on, Pat.
Vanna's the good-looking one, though.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so come on, let's see this wheel.
I guess we're having some kind of tech issue.
Nope, we're good. All right, let's do this.
Now let's hear the fapping.
Nexus 9. Don't know who that is.
Okay, and we're going to. The person to the right is who?
Trigon. Trojan? Is it Trojan or Trigon? I think. Yeah, Trigon.
Trigon. Okay.
I'm trying to read it this way. Yeah, I'm trying to turn my head and read it. Yeah.
Yeah. Nexus 9 and Brass, Mr. Brass, who I cannot wait to talk about how he portrayed me in one of his videos.
Two men talking about abortion again. Go figure.
Yep. That reminds me. Also, we have an abortion debate coming up July the 3rd on here with a guy from the wish I could remember the name of that research foundation, but he's a very big proponent of
the Christian Research Foundation.
No. Give me a second. I can pull it up. He's with let me see. Give me 1 second. I'll be able to tell you that while we wait for them to get in. Okay. The name of the place is the Human Defense Initiative.
The name does sound familiar.
He will be back. They have a big foundation that goes, obviously it's pro-life. And I think as it stands right now, Brittany Simon will be back for that.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Do you know what I noticed the other day? I don't know how I didn't catch this before. You know that soul foam? Did you ever look at their icon? It's very, very similar to the same for the icon for humanism. The humanism movement.
I wonder if they did that on purpose.
I don't know. It's very, very similar. The legs it's missing the legs, but the rest of it, the top and the body is exactly the same. So I'm sure they did.
Well, that's all you need to talk to somebody on the phone. It's just your arms and the top half of your body. You don't need legs to call.
I just use a Ouija board.
Makes sense.
Well, cheap version. You don't need to call the mechanical stuff.
He was asking me in our back and forth correspondence if I'd be interested in opening up one of those communities around here. And I did one of those things where we kept going back and forth and I didn't mention it. Like I didn't want to say no because I still wanted to come on here to talk about it. But I didn't want to say yes and then be inundated by all kind of spirit stuff.
Yeah.
So, okay.
The links are
Mr.
sent
Brass,
to them in
here?
DMs. So, did we get the links are out to them? So they just need to click them and come on in.
Mr. Brass, are you on? Nexus 9, are you on?
Nope.
Well, the links have been sent to you guys. So go to your DMs on Discord, click that link and come on in.
As somebody notes, we're now a half hour into the show, but we know a lot about plunging necklines. Yes. Knowing about plunging necklines is important. Trust me. I worked for Kohl's for 7 years, people. I know necklines.
So you think that plunging necklines exist, but not colors and triangles?
Correct. I've seen plunging necklines.
What kind of stuff did you smoke back in the day?
Quite a bit of stuff. I smoked for 25 years, baby, but I quit.
Had to.
You don't even want to know. We'll have a show one day. I'll tell you the things I've seen in retail. You think you've seen some shit. You haven't seen some shit. You've been in retail.
I don't think I can handle that.
It's horrible. Oh God,
Do you,
disgusting stories.
when you're helping a customer out in retail, when you used to do that, did you, if they ask you a question, did you explain what your answer is in like equations? Like, if like, what do you think about this tie here? Does it go with the shirt? And you said, well, if P equals tie, and
you know, I actually had one of the most loyal customer bases of all time. I mean, people would come in and ask for me. Like, I was a customer service manager, so my job was to take care of problems. I had to fix their shit. Customers never wrong. By the way, customers, you're wrong most of the time. Just FYI, you're freaking wrong.
on that we agree.
Yeah.
Mr. Brass is here. Okay, let me ask the producer what's happening here. Okay, so Brass is coming in.
Says he's
and
in
what
here.
about Nexus? Guys, you have to click the link.
Did Nexus say anything in the live chat?
All right, let's go to the next guy then. Trisaint. I'm probably murdering that.
Yeah, it says he's logged in. Again.
It says you're in here, Mr. Brass. Can you hear us?
Would appear not. Yeah, somebody points out in the live chat, fast food is worse from what I understand. I never worked fast food. My sister years ago worked fast food, and I know that she just despised it. So
the hospitality industry as a whole is worse, because I can speak even as a chef at a Southern Bistro, which was an upscale, really upscale restaurant. People just, hold on, I'm hearing from the back. What was that, Dave? Dave?
I think Dave, you're roboting, so we can't hear you. Nobody can hear you, I don't think. Oh, okay.
So do we have, let me ask you this, do we have either one of them in? Because
we have neither one of them in, so.
Okay, who was the backup then? Let's send it to the backup.
Trigon.
Okay, yeah, Trigon.
Yeah, I'd rather just spend once. Well, the only problem is we need to get Brass in here was the only yes vote, but
yeah, actually, okay, Mr. Brass is here.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Awesome. Sweet. All right. Halfway there.
You guys can hear me?
Yes. Apparently not.
Can you hear us?
All right.
Can you hear us?
Let's see.
Mr. Brass, can you hear us? Yes, no, maybe so. Talk to me. I feel lonely.
What is happening?
I got nothing. I got nothing, man. I got nothing. He's been on camera before, so we know what he looks like.
There you go, Mr. Brass. There you go.
Hey,
can you hear us?
Can you hear us speak? No. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Can you hear us, Mr. Brass?
I don't think you can.
What in the fuck is going on?
Man, I can't hear this shit worth a damn.
No shit. Can we? Oh, good grief.
Do you have your speakerphone on? Hello. Can you hear us? Okay.
I don't think you can.
All right. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, yeah, okay, I can hear us.
Good.
Okay. You
good.
All right, just
I can hear you
check.
now.
Awesome. Okay, so hang tight while we get the other person in.
Yep. And actually, I wanted to ask him about. I wanted to ask him about his. We did a video about 2 months ago about the questions that no Christian can answer. And I have to say, you did an awesome job putting all of us to cartoon form. The background that you gave for me, or for you actually being me in these posters and the clock was fantastic.
Did you hear any of that?
Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Boy, that's some delay there.
Okay. Listen, guys, if you're not going to come in,
by the way,
if you're not going to come in, don't vote.
Yeah, the delay is ridiculous.
We're having to go to the third person. What did he say was ridiculous?
The delay.
Oh,
I don't know. I think he's watching. I think he's watching the video rather than listening to the internal vmix.
The delay.
This is going to be fantastic. Yeah, this is going to be fantastic. Just get somebody in. Whoever voted yes on the wheel thing. That's fine. I'm not sure. I don't understand why we get people that vote and then they never come in. Mr. Brass, any thoughts?
He was given 20
Well,
seconds.
they just know that I'm here.
Oh,
now okay. Now, did you catch up? Are you listening to the vmix now, Mr. Brass? I don't know.
Mr. Brass, are you fucking with us right now?
I'm just hearing, like, I'm on the video right now.
Turn off the video.
Yeah, you got to turn that off or you won't be able to hear us. That's why you have a delay. Maybe I should go ahead and do the introduction.
Oh, I just can't hear you on the thing. On the vmix.
Okay. What are you using to talk to us with? A phone or a computer?
Let's see.
Well, I had to ask for a dumpster fire.
I had a mind. Yeah, this is not the dumpster fire we wanted.
Steve, message Mr. Atheist.
Okay.
Tell Mr. Atheist to come in.
Let me try the.
If people don't want to vote, we'll just set up an impromptu debate here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mr. Brass. It's been probably 3 minutes since I asked you what you were using to talk to us. There can't be that big of a delay.
No,
we're trying to help you
seconds.
fix your. We're trying to help you fix your speaker.
Yeah, delay is like 30 seconds.
Okay, so. Oh man,
this is brutal.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pick a. We're just going to pick a topic, me and Steve, that we think that will split the audience the most, but be the most interesting. So, Steve, what would you like to see a debate between?
You know what? We have to bring up the wheel again, and we just kind of like let the audience pick, because that way they can look at the wheel, they can pick something, and then they could try to come in.
What was one of the ones that Dave? What was one of the ones that we came up with this afternoon that was good?
People want does Steve exist for some reason? People are literally asking for that. I don't know why. I exist. Believe. There, simple.
Okay, fine. Let's do that. Go vote on does Steve exist.
How is that a debatable topic?
That's what they want.
Oh, they want Red's rhetoric versus Edgar. Oh God, what a dumpster fire that would be. You know not what you ask, people.
Get Mr. Intelligent Design in here. Let's debate evolution. Actually, you know who I'd like to see?
He's in Japan.
I'd like to see Nephilim 3. But anyway, bring the wheel back up. Let's do this. We're going to do this one more time, and then if this one goes to a shit show, we're just going to have to say adios, and hopefully next week we'll pick up. I'm not sure why this is going so difficult, because we have everything lined up perfectly. If you vote, if you don't want to come in, don't vote. Just chill and watch, because we can't keep stopping and going through all of these people.
All right, let's try it one more time. Let's try it one more time.
Okay.
I'm still trying to find Mr. Atheist in here to message. I got so many messages. I don't know where he is on here.
Okay, Steve, while we do this wheel thing again, send a message to Mr. Atheist and then send a message to Nephilim Free.
Okay. You really do want a dumpster fire, don't you?
This will motivate people to vote.
The vote you get Nephi. The only way to reach Nephi really is by Skype. I would have to log on to Skype. So give me a second.
Okay. Do that.
Oh God.
If we can't get Edgar, we'll get Nephilim Free in here.
Well, it's
okay.
It's only 10 a.m. in Japan, so
we'll send him a message. Okay. Let's spin the wheel. A fapping wheel. Nope.
We already not gonna do that one.
We are fucked tonight in every way, way possible. Should we give everyone a trophy for participating? Yeah.
This is a good one. Come on, people.
All right, spin it one more time. All right, so the first one is going to be, should we give everyone a trophy for participating? And should we redistribute wealth? Okay, there you go.
Should we give everybody a trophy for participating? That one's awesome.
Not in this episode. That's for sure. Okay, so vote is now open. 3 minutes.
If you participate, you don't get a trophy, so whatever.
Right. We don't want no snowflakes. Is that the right use of the word?
Yeah, it'll work. Sure, why not?
Okay, so if this doesn't go well, then you will be getting Nephilim Free and Edgar. Mr. Intelligent Design. How many people are watching, Steve?
This is the producer on air. Get in there.
Too damn many for this right now.
Get in there.
What's that, Dave?
Participate. I'm talking to the audience now. Yeah. Vote and participate. I do not want to talk to Nephi tonight. I don't. I don't. Get the hell in there and participate. If somebody gives you a link, get your webcam out tonight and participate. Come on. It's not that difficult.
Participate.
Get your
participate or you get the Nephi.
Get your ass in Discord. Get your ass in Discord.
I love his sugar cube his avatar. Is that what that is? It's like a DNA strand and it looks like a sugar cube.
I think it's just it's an astonished marshmallow is what the fuck I think it is.
Oh, that makes even more sense than a sugar cube. An astonished marshmallow. Oh boy, you can't write this stuff. I'm telling you, you really can't.
I'm logging on to Skype right now to see if I get Nephi.
If you can't come in, don't bother voting.
Right. So last night we had Craig and Nate Talks to You on, and I was thinking a little bit about that the debate a little bit more, and I think it's funny how I love Craig to death, but as soon as we bring up a point that kind of decimates where he's coming from, and we get called that, you know, said that we're bring up a dull, I believe that's the word he used. That's a boring or dull point. That pretty much sums up all you need to know on that end.
Who were you talking about, with Craig?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I only have a few pet peeves. Actually, I got a lot of them. But one of them is that I really, really hate asking a very, very simple, direct question and having to sit and listen to someone do mental gymnastics to try to answer it. it's just annoying for everybody because it's you can tell when people either A, are being evasive and don't want to answer it, or B, they don't have an answer, in which case you just say, well, you know what, I don't know how to answer that. Okay, that's fine. I'd rather have that than somebody go through 5 minutes of tangential nonsense that has nothing to do with my question, because it just wastes everybody's time.
Yep, I agree. If this one doesn't pan out, I guess what we can do is just a Q&A for a while. If anybody wants to ask you and I any questions, and then maybe in that time we'll get Nephilim Free in.
While we do that, David McGinnis, if you're listening, can you, while you're on Discord, send a message, or Red Eyes in the audience, you can too, send a message to Edgar if he's available. It's 10 a.m. his time, but and it's weekend, so man, why not?
Yeah, I checked. Not online.
Bummer deal.
Okay.
And Neffy's not online either. I just checked. So
I was going to say we get Mr. Trump involved and debate Red Eye on whether or not Trump is good for America, but the two Aussies could go at it, but he's not online either.
Yeah, it's just it must be one of those nights, I guess. So do we have people that voted yes or no on both sides?
One no. Okay. We definitely need Red Eye in here for a debate. There's no question about that. That would be a huge dumpster fire. It doesn't matter what the topic is.
Yeah. He gets him and them emus, man.
Damn them.
Has he told you that war story yet?
Vaguely.
What's the next topic? Should we redistribute wealth?
That was a lot harder than the first one. I think the should we give participation awards would be easier for people, but whatever.
Yeah. Did nobody vote on that one either?
I mean, if the second one, we need to get like, the distributist or or was it Friended Forever or the academic, whatever his name is.
It's just not working tonight. So I guess we'll just do if anybody has any questions, we'll answer them and then call her a night.
Oh, you asked somebody watching. It's 1:55, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. So no goes on that one. I'm still trying to figure out if we had people. I know, but on the trophy one, we didn't have enough to do either one. Okay, yeah, we'll just call her an evening then. I'm not thinking that you're going to get people to vote on should we redistribute wealth either. Steve, what do you think?
Probably not going to get anybody at the moment now, but we definitely could take some Q&A for a few minutes, at least make it an hour-long show for 12 more minutes.
Yeah. Go ahead and, guys, if you have any questions for us that you want us to answer, we'll put it in, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. Tonight's not a good debate roulette night, it seems, so we'll just not worry about that. Maybe everybody's saving up their energy for tomorrow. I'm flattered. So we'll stay on for a couple more minutes, answer any questions you have, and then we'll call her a night. Yeah,
tomorrow's going to be huge, though. I mean, that's going to be just epic. I'm so looking forward to that. You have no idea.
Yep.
I'm curious how long they're going to last. I don't know how long somebody can last from the flat Earth side that can't go without using some kind of fallacy or just bare assertion without anything to back it up. I mean,
I think the worst ones will last the longest because everybody loves the dumpster fire.
Here, I'll take the questions real quick. Okay, question for Kyle. Do you think being gay is the reason for leaving religion?
It has a lot to do with it. It started the snowball rolling. I wouldn't say that it was the only reason because there are a lot of people that can square being spiritual or being religious, and they're also gay. I saw a Matt Dillahunty video when I was leaving youth group one night, and one of the guys in our youth group was laughing at something, and I went over to him to see the video, and he was actually watching Matt Dillahunty, and he was like, "Can you believe that there are people out there that feel this way?" And he was talking about the slavery in the Bible and the rape thing, where if back then if somebody was to rape your child, that person had the option of marrying the person they raped, or he had to pay like a fee or something like that. And I remember thinking, no, there's no way that's true. That cannot be in any way, shape, or form true. And I went home, looked at the verses that he was saying, and it was true. So for the next 2 weeks, I did nothing but watch the Atheist Experience. I saw several Aaron Ra videos, Seth Andrews, and by the end of probably a 3-week period, I was done with it. But I think when you're going, or when you're religious, especially in my case, you don't hear about those stuff or that stuff from the. Did he just cue me?
Well, it was because we ran out of time. The timer.
I'm kidding, Dave.
Yeah.
But you don't hear about the bad stuff. You only hear about the good stuff from the pulpit. And so, not ever being exposed to those kind of verses, I think everybody wants to stay in their little bubble, but you can't deny that it says that. And I was just one of those people that I can't square that. Like, I can't make up an excuse for why that's okay, because it says that clearly in black and white. And I think because of me being gay, it helped me out in looking for a reason to jump out. And that just happened to be the reason.
Yeah, and I can safely say that me leaving religion had nothing to do with me being gay. So to answer that question, somebody had to ask Steve McRae, who's your favorite Black Sabbath singer other than Ozzy or Dio? That'd be Joe Lynn Turner. He came from Rainbow, and he sang on Born Again. He was from Deep Purple. You guys remember him? So
better than that guitarist.
What's that?
Better than that guitarist. The good one. Not Zach, the one that Zach replaced. The one that died.
Randy Rhoads.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, singer. Randy Rhoads was a guitarist. One of the best guitarists of all time.
I'm just making sure you were paying attention.
What's that?
Sure
God. I'm sorry, God. What were you saying, God?
Oh, I should?
No.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
No, I don't want to do that.
As soon as he gets these questions out of the way, we can do
that. See here. I gotta go back and scroll back a little bit. Do you think Melania's jacket was tone deaf to visit detained immigrant children? I don't know what the purpose was for that jacket. I mean, obviously she was tone deaf on that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think she's aware of a lot of things. I mean, these people live in the white houses and glass, castles, and they don't know what the fuck's going on. So I don't think they even have a clue how what they're doing is being perceived. I don't.
Yeah, but she has people around her, like somebody around her.
They're going to tell her shit. No.
Yes. No. Look. If I would appreciate somebody telling me something like that before I stepped out and looked like
because we're normal people. Right, but we're normal people. I mean, I can imagine her going, "Don't be fucking telling me what I'm going to wear."
That's ridiculous.
I mean, again, these people are just so out of touch with reality.
It's ridiculous. But I mean, she's probably just as much a prisoner as those kids are. She's a detainee. She's just another detainee.
Sure.
Visiting another detainee.
Dude, she's 48 years of age, and he's 72. Now, God bless his heart for being 72 to get 48. I mean, they married young and stuff like that. But I mean,
don't God bless his heart.
Well, I mean, for 72, I mean, I'm going to be that hopefully. Well, if I ever reach that age, fuck no.
Or he's a good catch. Or he's a good catch. Or he's a sweet guy. Or he's funny. Or he has a great personality.
Yeah. No, if that guy was born broke, hell no, would he be married to her? She's not an unattractive woman by any stretch of imagination.
No, but she was a model. Doesn't make her a good person. I mean, you know where you're going when you pick out what you wear. Like, you know what you're doing for that day. Why would you pick that jacket out?
I don't know. It made no sense to me.
There's no thinking of, okay, I have to keep an image. You know what I mean? Like, I have to seem like I'm the first lady. Can you imagine Michelle Obama or Laura Bush wearing something? No, you can't. They would never do that.
No, I can't imagine them doing a lot of things that's going on. People are asking us who our favorite mods are, who our favorite guests are. That's a hard question, right? I mean, because we love all the mods, and when you ask for the favorite guest, well, you have to narrow it down. Like, for what purpose? I mean, like, who was the most dumbest guest that we liked? Who was the most entertaining? You know, it's hard to say.
I guess my favorite mod. I don't really know who our mods are. I don't.
Yeah, he doesn't pay attention to that. Yeah, he has no idea who has a spanner. I give out the spanners, so
yeah, I would just be reading it the entire time, so I couldn't tell you that. Now, my favorite guest is probably Aaron. I would say, just because him and Dillahunty were the two people that I watched. You know, essentially, they helped me get out of religion. They're who I have to thank, and it's kind of weird and cool to be able to include them on this show. But Aaron is like the creationist Undertaker, and it's just like every WrestleMania where you have the Undertaker keeping his streak going, and when the lights go out and you have the lightning flash, that's Aaron when he comes on here, because you know, no matter what you're getting ready to see is going to be an epic beatdown on a whole other level. So I think him, because the shows that he's in are dynamic. They're some of the top viewed videos that we have for a reason, and that's because he doesn't beat around the bush, he doesn't pull any punches, and he doesn't let people squirm around and talk out their ass. He's going to ask you a question, and if you don't answer that question, you're not going anywhere until you answer that question. So
yeah, I'm the same way. I take that same approach, right? Because that's why I really hate asking a question, not getting a straight answer. Gage wants to know if you ever got a text from that hot tattooed muscle guy.
No, I don't think he's gay. He talked about he had a daughter, and as soon as I heard that, I don't know if you can go back and watch the tape, but I'm sure you could see my heart breaking inside when he said that. A man can dream, and I will be dreaming, but he's never called.
He is dreaming. Max Shepard, aka, well, I'm not going to say, but she says, but Aaron Ra doesn't have the take apart power Steve has. I do things meticulously. I do things more with a scalpel. I mean, Aaron's the hammer, right? He comes in and just, I come in and I just take apart things little by little to try to get to the core of it, which sometimes is very difficult because, again, when you have people being evasive or just not wanting to answer questions, it makes it extremely hard to show where they're having their epistemic problems. And so, if you want somebody to come in and just kind of lay the hammer down, that's Aaron. Yeah.
Steve takes a philosophical approach. He likes to go into the details and be technical and go that kind of way. Aaron just is going to tell you flat out, how it is. And if you like his answer, good. If not, he's not going to waste time explaining things to you or trying to get to where you're coming from. So there's different approaches for everything, and they're all necessary.
Exactly.
Just different approaches.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in my experience, there's different people that respond to different things. For example, like I've dealt with Hovind many times, right? And so has King Crocoduck, and so has Bill Ludlow, and other people that have taken the more scalpel approach, Dr. Mays. And that works to take them apart that way. Don't get me wrong. But after a while, then you just need the freaking brute force sledgehammer approach. That's when Aaron comes in. So I think
if you notice,
I've had people that. Real quick, I had people that wouldn't respond to that approach right off the bat. I mean, there are certain young creationists that you can't come in and just be right in their face because they're just going to have the entrenchment effect. I get that. So as you pointed out, Kyle, there are different ways to approach different situations. But after a while, it's always going to end up being the hammer approach because you just get sick of the same shit over and over again because most creationists don't take the time to learn. By the way, I can let you know this. I did get an email from Matt Powell, and everything's public. He actually has said that I was correct on the claims that I told him were wrong from Ken Hovind, because I had him on my channel with the Let's Talk About You with Shannon Q, and we went over some of the claims by Ken Hovind from his 9th edition Creationist Notebook. And all the claims that I showed him, he investigated on his own accord and said, yes, you're right, those claims are bad. But then he was disingenuous and he put a video up on his webpage, Matt Powell Official, talking about this guy that was talking about carbon dating who got everything wrong. I mean, he's like, well, scientists believe that carbon dating dates the Earth to billions of years old.
He lied?
No, They don't. Exactly. And it's just like, wait a minute, Matt. I was like, Matt, you sat there and I explained to you carbon dating, I explained to you the reservoir effect, I explained to you the radiometric journals, I explained to you all these claims are crap, and then you put this video up there, and then you filter out the explanations from people. You filtered out half the stuff. He filtered out what I showed him, and I broke it down for him. You saw what I wrote him, and yeah, it's like, come on, Matt. I mean, you got to be a little bit less obvious of being deceptive like that, because you clearly, one, are filtering these comments, and two, you put up a video right after you said, yes, Steve, I agree with you. These claims are wrong.
You can ask him about those because he'll be back here next Sunday. Actually, he will be here. If you remember, Dr. Bowen wanted to talk to him, so he and Dr. Bowen are going to sit down here on July the 1st. And you can talk to him. He's obviously getting his footing, I guess you could say, in YouTube, because he went from the Matt Powell channel to Matt Powell Official. That's the name of his.
Yeah, I mean, we're giving him exposure. Now. I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? I mean, we're giving this guy exposure, even though he got some exposure from the Friendly Atheist by the narrative of him putting out there that he wants gays and children killed by the state. But that didn't get much traction. I think him coming on here gave him a lot of traction. It is a double-edged sword, but I really think overall he's getting much more negative attention than positive. And I do think it's affecting him because people are just slamming him left and right. And his correspondence with people, he seems to want to know the truth. He seems to be earnest in his desire to learn things, but then he does stupid shit like put up that video he did the other day, which had so many freaking problems with it. It was ridiculous.
I think he's going to go wherever the whatever show him on.
I agree. I think you're right.
If you heard him today, his video today, where he talks about some guy was talking about him doing this because he wants attention and because he missed out on like a basketball scholarship or something like that. Matt responded to that and said that wasn't true. And he also says that he now triples down on his views on homos and the Bible and what it says. So he tripled down today.
You know what I think happens when people do that, though? I think that's their last dying throes of death before they change their opinion on things sometimes. I think people will
you underestimate the ignorance of people who are indoctrinated by religion.
Quite possible, but I have seen that happen where people have just, double, tripled down, and finally it just the floodgates open. They said, "Fuck, I can't support this any longer. I can't, even believe this stuff any longer," because even they have their threshold of when they say enough's enough. So we'll see, and they may not happy with that. He might go the rest of his life not.
I know that you've seen that before, but have you ever seen somebody that openly said that not only gays, like I can understand that people have said that out loud before, but that you should kill unruly children? Have you ever dealt with anybody
I've never
like
heard
that?
No, I have never. That's the first time I've ever heard anybody claim that. And that, but he also has Christians going after him for that as well.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
even
that's a different animal. If anybody that's willing to publicly say that, if you think it or you believe it, that's one thing. But to actually say that out in public, where it's on video, and it's going to follow you around everywhere. That's a different animal.
I think it was one of those things. He said something, and I don't think he really thinks about what he. And unfortunately, when you're on the internet, or in this case, he was being recorded, he couldn't back away from it. And that was the problem. If he would have said, you know what, I got ahead of myself, I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, okay, gays, yeah, sure, let's kill them all from the state. Obviously that's fucked up, but we've heard that before. Christians may not balk at that, but when they hear things like kids should be put to death by the state, yeah, even most Christians that have any kind of sense of morality would be going, yeah, you know what, Matt, that's a little bit much. And that's what I think they're doing to him. So,
but. Their book says that. So, I mean,
it says a lot of things. Yeah.
Maybe it's not Matt that they need to be looking at straight away. Maybe it's that book that they need to take issue with first. All right. Any more questions?
Let's check here. I kind of was ignoring the chat for a second. They're not really ignoring.
Oh, see, Steve, you had one job.
I'm scrolling back. Yeah, not really any questions.
Nobody wants to know anything. Now's your chance.
The last question was the whole tattoo guy. I think. Let's see here.
Oh, thanks for bringing him up again. I have to feel.
Somebody's asking me, do you want to join Space Force? Fuck no. I do not want to go in outer space. I would never want to go outer space. I have no desire to be an astronaut ever. The only time I would ever go into outer space if I had something like a nice NCG 1701 Delta class, maybe. But other than that, no. I don't want to go into outer space.
Why
not? Would you go into outer space?
I would,
because I'm a chicken shit. Yeah, I don't want to die in space. I would
actually. I'm obsessed with all things space. Oh, also, guys, that reminds me. Don't forget that on Friday we will be joined by Brian Forrester, who will finally vindicate me on the age of the Sphinx. So,
who's he going up against, or is he going up against anybody?
Nobody. The most of humanity. That's who he's going up against, Steve. Most of humanity. Everybody watching. You. The sheep that are blinded by what the mainstream Egyptologists think. That's who he's going up against. He's going up against the machine.
What about him? What happened to him?
I sent Graham. He emailed me back and said that he had just finished that second book and he was busy at the time. But when it settled down, we could talk about a date to come on. I just hadn't heard anything back from him yet. But yes,
they asked
Graham too.
Awesome. They asked, do you think atheism will become world mainstream?
Yes,
possible. I mean, over time, we've had religion for 2,000 years. I don't see it going away anytime soon, nor do I advocate that position. I'm not an anti-theist. And even most anti-theists don't advocate the abolishment of religion. They think, like, if it's going to go away, sure, it will go away organically. That's the most of them that I've talked to. I mean, one can only say what happens in a couple of 100,000 or 1,000 years or a couple hundred years from now, what it may be like. I have no idea. Right now, secularism is growing. Atheism is on the rise.
I think it's mainstream now.
It is mainstream, and it's becoming more normalized than it ever has. I mean, there's only small pockets in the United States, and mostly in the southern areas, like Kyle area, probably, where atheism is considered to be a stigma. But in most other places, nobody gives a shit any longer.
Given another 10 years, guys, just for you.
I don't think really people even care for the most part. I mean, the religious zealots going to care, but the religious zealots are going to care about a lot of things, and those are the people that we all are against. I don't give a shit if you have faith, you don't have faith, you're a theist or atheist. I don't care. I'm against zealotry. I'm against these wild evangelistic people that have the dumbest fucking things that they promote. That's what I'm against, because that does encroach upon the secular society. That does affect people in the mainstream. That does affect our kids. And when a kid grows up and doesn't even have the basic skills, and they get out of high school because they've had some really strict Christian education and they didn't learn what they needed to learn, but they sure know Bible passages, that fucks them up for life. I am sorry. That really puts a damper on their possibilities, because I'm sorry, unless you're going to become a preacher and to make money, which I think is really makes no sense to me. I mean, it's really bad that you have to become like what is it? Joel Osteen, right? And say, oh, gospel prosperity, believe me, because God wants you to be rich. And if you send me money, he'll make that happen. That's bullshit.
You gotta be willing to plant the seed, Steve. You gotta be willing to plant the seed.
Yeah. Did you like that? I finally got a rant for a change. That was great.
To answer that question from my end, I think it's already mainstream. I just think that people, for the most part, if religion comes up, they say that they believe because it's what you're supposed to do. But for the most part, if you watch the way people are, most people don't live like the Bible commands you to. Sure, there are people that do that, but for the most part, it's not something that anybody really thinks about or talks about.
Yeah, I agree. And as time goes on, that's going to be how it is. Atheism and just the nons are going to be probably the norm. I think what's happening is I think that radical religiosity is having a negative effect. We see this on the internet all the time. We've been at this a while, and I've been on for how many years now. I've seen, and I get messages, and even just today, I got a comment like this. that says this person is one of the reasons why I became an atheist, or if I would have seen this before, I would have become an atheist sooner. I get comments like that all the time because there's certain people that are out there that have this religiosity that is so extreme that it drives people away from it. It is. They are literally the best advocate for atheism. Okay, are we back?
Well, we might as well just stop this where we're at. We'll take this video down and be done with it.
Yeah, we might as well leave it.
Nobody's gonna sit through and I mean, it's
so
the first hour of us trying to.
It doesn't matter. It counts toward views. If you take the video down and make it private, you lose all those views.
I'd rather do that than have to. I'd rather do that than have to. It's just a. I want to see. The thing is though, when people go to like look and see if they want to come on the show or all those things that we keep getting is because the shit that we do is different than what you see on most channels, and this is just something that you would see on your average run of the mill channel. It's just us going back and forth. There's not any.
Yeah, I think all shows are great. I would leave it up and let people decide for themselves because it's. I mean, I like this kind of stuff. I think they're fun to watch because even this was a dumpster fire. It wasn't the kind of dumpster fire we were going for, but people enjoy. I enjoy watching these kind of things. So, and I like having the views. So, I'm cool with leaving it up. It's up to you, though.
I got a couple.
People are saying leave it up, so we'll ask I guess we're live back live. So
we're back live. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we back live? It's just. Yeah. I mean, it's just a.
Although I can't see us live. I see it.
You see.
I just see it spinning. I have no idea.
Just stop the stream, Dave.
They're saying that we're live. No, they can hear us. Watch live feed. Watch this. What light through yonder window breaks? What is that from, people? If you can give me that answer, we must be live. What light through yonder window breaks? Let's see if they get that. I don't know why that came to me. Just
you said that like 3 nights ago too. Do you have a Romeo and Juliet?
I was in a play. I played Mercutio. Oh, somebody got it right. Smitty got it right. Yeah, we're live. Yeah. It shows we're just spinning, but the audio started going. What light?
Well,
but we're still streaming the audio.
Well,
at least we got the answer right. Listening. I don't think he can end
Dave. He's going to have to reset the stream key like he did last time.
The only way to end this is going to be for me to reset the stream key.
Right.
Reset. Yeah, we're going to have to do it that way. So let's thank everybody for watching. Sorry this didn't turn out. We'll decide whether to leave it up. If you guys leave the comments or something, the whole audience said leave it up. So I'm going to vote with them. But I don't see why to take it down. But we're gonna try next time. For tomorrow, though, at least we have flat earthers. So we got to get flat earthers. Sure.
I have a I like to put up stuff that everyone can, enjoy, and it appeals to everybody. I feel like this was just me and you fishing about stuff back and forth.
Just say, Q&A stuff.
I don't know. We'll think about it, everyone.
We'll let you know.
But yeah,
are you able to end it now, Dave?
I'm gonna restart the stream. I'm getting the website up now. That's hilarious.
What a clusterfuck.